Oh, we are back in the kitchen. Oh, sit down in front of your TV because this segment is going to be a lot of fun. This one and the next one because it's a two-part series. Chef Tiffany from Enchiladas Phoenix is with us this morning. And we always say you blow our minds, but you have such a spirit and a soul about you. She just makes you smile. So hopefully she's doing that with you today. All right, so now we're talking about this deep-fried tequila. We've been having lots of fun with this since yesterday. So how do you do this?
Well, it first came as a concept.
Okay, but you can get it as a special.
But then you have to make it a reality, right? Because when I first heard about deep fried tequila, and I kind of like, you go to Pinterest, you kind of Google things and you look at it, there wasn't like a really concise way that people do it. And so what we're doing today is we're gonna kind of do a two-part process. We're gonna make a sauce that goes with it, like a margarita flavored sauce, or what's called a coulis. So we're just gonna start with some boiling water, and then we're gonna add sugar. So it's basically like a simple syrup, and it's gonna be basically equal parts sugar and water. We're gonna kind of let that go a little bit. And then obviously we're trying to get the margarita flavor. Now the tequila is gonna come from the deep fried churro part, right? But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna grab some limes, and we're gonna put these directly into that syrup, and we're gonna allow this to reduce because I think we have a few minutes before the segment, so we're gonna kind of let this simmer down.
So for those at home, this is a dessert, but it's a liqueur as well, right?
Correct.
So it's a kind of like, so it's really cool to serve this to your guests because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, you went through like all of this for me?
Right, and actually, I mean, yes, if you want to make your pound cake, your sponge cake, your angel food cake, whatever
no way.
No, but you can buy it.
That's right.
You can certainly buy it.
Put your time and energy into this part.
That's right. And so we're just going to do a few wedges.
It's just lime and lemon?
You know, we're going to do lime, lemon. At Enchiladas, we do, honestly, sometimes our juice can be more expensive than the tequila itself because we use such high quality juices. There's no powders, there's no mixes, everything is grown locally and it's all here. So we actually do a very similar version to this just for our regular house margaritas.
Perfect.
So we're gonna add some of these into here. And those, you'll kind of see as the process goes, like as this starts to reduce, it's gonna kind of candy down. So these, like even the rinds, you've seen like candied, you know, so you could even implement some of that, use it as maybe like a garnish.
Ooh,
we'll see exactly.
So this, of course, needs to be, you need to set it and forget it though, right?
Kind of set it and forget it, I mean, you're not using a ton of water, a ton of sugar, so it will reduce pretty quickly. We're gonna do an orange liqueur. It doesn't really matter when you're cooking something off, it's not like we're really drinking it. So any kind of orange liqueur would do. We're gonna add a little bit of that to it. And then we're really just gonna kind of let this reduce a little bit. But the deep fried tequila process, as you were kind of seeing, is a little bit, I mean, you don't wanna bite into tequila. Nobody wants to bite into tequila, all right? Unless it's like a really good añejo or something.
Now I was gonna ask you though, the tequila is important though. It's an important step in 100%. This. What type do you recommend?
You're always gonna have to use 100% blue agave. Otherwise it just isn't a real tequila. Now, we at Enchiladas, we actually have a relationship with Herradura. Our sister restaurant, Rustler's Roost, and us, actually, we have barrels made for us. I don't know how familiar you are with the tequila process, but what we have here is basically you have three types of tequila. You've got your Blanco, you've got your Añejo, well, there's many types, but the three main, Blanco, Añejo, and Reposado. Okay, your Blanco and your Reposado, it's kind of like, do you like red or white wine? Okay, now although the Reposado, it's rested, it's aged, it's only up to 11 months in a barrel. Okay, so what it's doing is it's changing the color, it's changing the flavor, but it's not aging it enough to really give it that añejo change. Now what we've done is we've found a loophole with Herradura. So what we do is after that 11-month aging process, we actually move the barrel. Okay, so we're giving it an extra, it's turning it into an añejo, but we can sell it for the price of a Reposado.
Wow, that was a huge lesson right there.
But it's cool. So like even in like our house margaritas, our hand tossed margaritas,
so
like
you use this in everything.
Use this, not in everything. There's a lot of good tequilas out there. But this one is certainly signature to us. I mean, we've got our name right on it. And we really did go down and handpick the agave and all of that made, you know, this special to us.
I love that.
As well as the barreling process.
It's a great story. I think she's always teaching us, Chef Tiffany. All right, so in step 2, which we're going to come back to, we're going to put this little dessert together, and it's going to be amazing. So stick around for that.